So when I ask my husband why, it's not because I'm challenging him. I'm asking him why because I really want him to start thinking and sharing his feelings. I want him to feel like his thoughts matter. And never in his life, or rarely in his life, has anyone treated him, myself included, because I'm just here, right? What's good, y'all? Lonnie Appleton here. If you have a couple minutes, I'm on one. I don't know where I'm at. But Dre's never been treated like his real thoughts. Not that surface stuff, kiki, we laugh about stuff, arguing about who's the best rapper alive type stuff. And we be having some deep introspective conversations about that. Like, oh my God, I feel your soul because we both like the same rap music. No, that's surface BS. I'm talking about knowing your soul. And the stuff that they say someone's bearing their soul to you, like they're telling you their deepest fear. No, I'm afraid that if I tell you I like to eat ass, you're going to leave me. I'm afraid if I tell you I take a shower with a bar of soap directly on my body versus using a washcloth. I'm afraid to tell you that because if I do, you're going to judge me and you're going to clown me probably publicly. And now it's not like back in the day. They may burn you at your school, but nobody else knows what the rumor is that they started. Because why are we starting rumors about people? There is a rumor, and I'm an 80s baby. So when I was in middle school, a rumor went around that I gave somebody head. And I didn't. And back then in the 80s, to do that was like... You know, and so, like, I used to spread a rumor about a girl who I didn't know if she did or she didn't, but she looked like she might have. So, y'all see how I justified tearing somebody's life apart? I need y'all to watch these fucking videos. And so, even me, and I was a nice kid. Like, I didn't bully, okay? I bullied once. Both times I got thwarted. Those are good stories that Bailey never heard with her smart ass mouth telling me I ain't got no new stories to tell. But for the most part, I was a good kid. I minded my business if I was in school because I never went to school. How the hell I ended up with a master's degree because I never went to college classes either. And at no point, I done racked up so much student loan debt that I'm probably going to die with that stuff. I ain't going to claim that. I might die with that stuff because if I got that much money, I'm not paying off my student loans. But what I'm saying is I went to all that schooling and at no point did I say, you're not supposed to be here, Lonnie, you're not supposed to be here. No, I went all the way up to a master's degree because I was running from what I knew I was always meant to be. What's good, y'all? Lonnie Appleton here. I really need to put my hat on because at least I'm somewhat attractive when I do that. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell Kid and Play. Ooh, I'm gonna have to catch myself slipping because I look just like Kid right now. You remember when they sold to us that goofy ass, bright ass? I know that's derogatory, but let me be me for a second. And I hate saying that me is the I'm a clown somebody for something they can't control, something I am as well, light bright. But let me be me for a second. You know, let me be old school Lonnie 2.0. Like, you're boring as fuck. I get it. But you're boring. Miss Goody Two Shoes, I gotta talk nice to people and be nice to people all the time. And oh, it's okay that my kids talk back. I hate that bitch. Can we be real? But even knowing that I hate that stuff, I love that stuff. I benefit so much for the space of love that I am cultivating. Like, my stepkids, I'm gonna venture out and say they like me. There is no way in the space that I was in before that my stepkids would feel like they like me. We went from, you know, hating Lonnie to ignoring Lonnie to talking to her when I have to Lonnie to, you know, play nice but not really feeling you Lonnie to I feel like they really like me Lonnie. So when Dre comes at me like, you always, you know, his kids versus my kids and all those ways that it used to be, when he hits me with that and I'm like, dude, Dre, if I ever bring up your kids in a conversation, it's because I'm talking about our 5 kids. I'm not talking about your kids versus my kids. In the past, if I talked about our children, it was because it was your kids versus my kids. But now, when I talk about our children, I'm talking about our children. And none of that would be possible without Lonnie 2.0, who she may be born as fuck, but she's elevating this family to the next motherfucking level. So you might want to sit down and shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really had a whole conversation with myself as two different people. That was weird. I told you something happened spiritually since I've been recording these videos. Something happened. Yeah, my mom was a boss bee. You know what I'm saying? I think about what I do know of my mom. My mom was the woman, the myth, the legend. Like, you go ask anybody about the motherfucking Shack. They know who she is. What's good, y'all? I'm Lonnie Appleton, and if you have a couple of minutes, I'm on a rant. My mom, even though she was a boss bee, she didn't do anything to build any type of bond with me. And this isn't me tearing my mom down. This isn't in anger. This isn't at all. This is just how I was able to stand over my mom's deathbed, and I had a stronger reaction to Chadwick Boseman dying than I did when my mom died. And I can be honest. I know some of you guys are out there thinking like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. But yes, let my freedom be your freedom. Please, let my freedom be your freedom. Because if we can have those conversations, our parents can be alive to change the tide. We can't be so full in our egos and our pride. And I wanted that one. I wanted it. Bars. We can't be so full of ourselves that we won't allow those honesty conversations to be had, and we save our families. It makes me so sad that there's parents leaving this earth and their kids literally hate them. That makes me so sad. Mental health aside, they told me to mention that. Mental health aside, because we ignore that in our community. But it just makes me so sad that there's people that are okay. I'm fine. Like, I used to tell my kids, you're gonna need therapy after you leave my home. I already know. I'm sorry. Like, I would apologize, and I would say it jokingly, but I'd be so freaking serious. Like, I knew I was messing my... But if I could do a positive spin on that, I knew. I just didn't know how to fix it. So, there's some of us out there who are operating in ignorance. I was her. There's some of us who know we're operating in ignorance, but we don't know how to fix it. I was her. And there's some of us who finally wake up. And I'm her. And every single one of her, she was right. Because she was waking up. She was fighting.